Hi, stargazers. If you're seeing this, then I have somehow, in the next, less than 12 hours, managed to finish this game, record it, and hopefully cut it up and get it out for you while I'm away. I hope so. I believe in me. I'm really proud of me if I've done this. I'm assuming it's happened if you're seeing this. I want to finish this game. I don't want to wait a month. I'm sure you don't want to wait a month. I gotta know what happens. So we're gonna find out together. There may be no chat, but we're still here. We're gonna finish it. I need Fable. I need to know what happens to Fable. I can't wait a month to find that out. If you're seeing this, I've also taken a quick break. So if I look slightly more disheveled, that would be because I have gone to pack and come back. I also have not one but 2 teas. Don't ask why. I'm not entirely sure. We've got like a tea, and then we have a chamomile tea with honey because I got one, and then was like, oh, I should probably get something that's actually gonna help my throat if I'm gonna do this. So here we go. Just hoping I remember to drink them, cause my poor throat. Ah, this is so weird. I'm so not used to this. I guess here we go. I probably should have had the music playing once I did the whole intro bit, but it's fine. I'm also sorry I've had to sit through me chatting for so long. It's fine. I'm not used to this. I'm used to streaming, not recording. We'll get the hang of it. Disaster Tea and Revelations. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. The 31st? I think that should be 31st, but okay. I don't know how this world works. The Astral Moon. Was maybe happened before and I didn't pick up on it. Who knows? Hello there, actually. My friends are back! Okay. First things first. I'm gonna quickly make a save because I realized it would be really, really smart if I have a save from where we left off stream. So if this goes horribly wrong, I can go back to it. Yes? I'm also gonna save over the previous stream search. Just to be double sure. So that way if it's auto-saving, it won't auto-save over. I don't know. There's a logic to it, I'm sure. Welcome back. It's good to see you both again. Hold your enthusiasm, innkeeper. We bring tales of disaster. I don't mind a little disaster in my tales. After all, you tell them so well. I'm slightly worried. I don't remember what I sent them to do. She really does. As to you, Clay. Thank you. I hope my stories are as good as your drinks. They are to me. Speaking of which, can I offer you a drink in exchange for a little insight into your disasters? That'd be great. Something that feels strong and magic-y, right? You remembered? Yes, that one, please. Coming right up. Do I remember? You can work it out. Strong and magic. Oh, how about a coffee? Partially because I'm curious how he would respond to coffee. I'm sure this is fine. I've never made this before, so... Is there an obvious stuff here? I feel like for the later recipes, it's got to be an infusion to accomplish it, right? A lot of these would change it. Oh, that might work. It's gonna need more strength though. Oh, sorry, Andy. That's not a cursed coffee. What if I add this? Is that a cursed coffee? Yes, it is. This might be my first wrong order. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, look at the little ghosty. Something tasty and strong, but hopefully not disastrous. Very tasty, very strong. You really got the best drinks around. Happy to hear that, Clay. Tia, you're bursting at the seams. How are the archives? Fun. Were they? Mayhaps. The bleak stalkers were... bleak? Cute. Cute. Very. Jay told us where to find the entrance to the archives. But when we got there, we found it surrounded by bleak stalkers. They were quite numerous. And so... shaped. I decided to ask him if he could let us through. And I thought he might need some help with that. So I called in your honey flowers and extended my divine light to him. Made him glow softly, and they all flocked to him like moths to a gentle flame. Do you know they have velvet wings that can fall into their bodies? I didn't. That's fascinating. They were so cuddly and showed off their crawling skills in exchange for carrots. I asked them if they liked to be tour guides, and they were so excited. They'd never been tour guides before, and at first they thought it'd involve eating people. I might have acted a bit standoffish when trying to correct the misconception. Clay was able to convey the message much better. He's very good at explaining things. I think he really understands people, and that helps him meet them where they're at. Ba, ba, ba. What? Professionalism. I swear, I thought I had it scrapped. Oh well. I try to. Everyone has their own way of understanding things. I think that's beautiful. I envy your empathetic approach to life play. Thank you, but you've got your own strengths. Like how you're a master strategy, or how you're so good at making people feel safe. I suppose we make a great team. The best, I might say. We made a great team with the Bleak Stalkers, too. They lived right inside the archives, which were huge. Large parts of the emblem collapsed, but even the explorable sections were unbelievably spacious. We had no time for a proper tour, unfortunately. I had to make back in time for the barbecue, after all. Yes, the barbecue! Wait, I need Fable for the barbecue, so she has to be back by then, right? Please bring them back to me. We had to be efficient during our search. Though we did take a break to admire the asshole the creature's excitement led us to. We found abandoned pottery equipment that distracted us a little too much. Using more time than perhaps appropriate, we built tiny versions of the little critters as a gift to them. We loved them. Afterwards, we split out to cover more ground. Each of us was guided by a group of Bleak Stalkers. Dangerous choice, that's when the monsters get you. That's what Clay said, so I enchanted the friendship bracelets. I did note that they were both wearing the bracelets, which I think is such a cute little detail. Also, they do have the whale charm. So sweet. I'm really hoping you can't hear that noise, because I certainly can't. But I can't really stop it. And I can't just... Is that SpongeBob SquarePants? You know what? You're just gonna deal with it. Enjoy that if you can hear it. And if not, you've got to hear it. There's no way you can miss that. Okay! The way they know a sense in which direction the other person was located. So neither of us would get lost. You were so smart. It was very useful. You see, you kept yours on. I did. It really helped navigating around the archives, too. It's a beautiful place, you know. I mean, everything's overgrown with vines or withered and full of termites. But we could still tell how much care gone into building it. Some of the tree branches still had leaves on them. I saw a couple of stubborn lotus daisies try to break through around the rocks. I taught the Bleak Stalkers how to water them. They love drinking out the water can. But they also enjoy sharing their water with the lotus daisies. Hopefully they'll grow stronger again soon. What a shame all the effort that went into building the archives was for nothing. But it wasn't. I mean, something to someone once. It meant something to someone once. And I could still feel that love in it, even during our visit. Maybe it'll even bloom again. It's called the Everbloom, right? Like, forever? I wonder who named it. We should go back sometime so we can find any information about the archivist. I bet they knew some great drinking games. Perhaps we should honor their contributions by studying the knowledge they left behind. Why not both? They should be people first, symbol second. Oh, yes. I guess both would work too. Good idea, Clay. What else do you find in the archives, besides friends and beauty and the horrors of time, I mean? I got a little distracted when I asked our new friends to point me towards the cooking section. It was so vast. I found so many new bread recipes I can't wait to try out. I also found some for you. For me? Yes, recipe book on mixology. First I thought about taking the whole thing along, but it was a giant tome and the Bleak Stalkers were so attached to it. So I ripped out a page that looked most interesting. We thought it fit your repertoire. I think it does very much. Thank you. Look at that. The last whisper stealths itself into your heart. It provides a boost to strength and speed and has a tough, if somewhat bitter aftertaste that will awaken your senses. Sometimes all you need is the right balance between elegance and brute force. Oh, that's such a great thing for their characters too. And the correct translation of an ancient recipe. As for me, I asked them to lead me towards dangerous knowledge and soon found myself in a hidden study. The Bleak Stalkers didn't want to go inside, like they were scared of its contents. So I rewarded them some treats and ventured inside alone. Sounds like you got along with them rather well. I grew quite attached. Perhaps I'd even call them my favorite animals. That means you solved your favorite animal quest. We did. They almost made me want to stay and waste more time. Isn't that strange? Not in the slightest. Time well spent is never wasted. Perhaps you're right. Anyhow, the study. It was a complete mess, full of scripture scrolls and written ramblings that would be forbidden these days. A little exciting. And worrying. The papers I was able to translate speak of the apocalypse. At the end of it all. Well, I wonder what the big quest is. I wonder if we got a big bad to face here. I wouldn't be surprised. As research on the roots of the Aether Tree and how to unbind them, written with shaking hands and fading ink. Was this more the scholarly or mad scientist type of research? Hard to tell. The lines tend to blur of blasphemy. Do you know a lot about the Aether Tree? Because Tia gave me a whole presentation about it. I wouldn't mind a refresher. It's a giant tree. Good start. A world tree. That means our world rests on it. In it? Around it? Somewhere? In it, mostly. Depends on who you ask. The dragons got the tree because they created it, maybe, but definitely because they care for us. And since we live in it, it should keep existing as it does now because no one wants their house to crumble. A lot of people get hurt if something happened to everybody's home. That's true, but luckily for us, damaging the Aether tree is impossible. It's larger than we could ever imagine. To us, it's really more of a concept than a tree. And the dragons defend it. Despite their oath of neutrality, they're no easy foes. There is one way. The sigils of Alcahest. The what now? The sigils of Alcahest. They're the key to destroying the Aether tree according to the scrolls they studied in the archives. Are they some sort of spell? More of a manual to self-fulfilling prophecy, a way of breaking the cosmos in accordance with its own rules. For the tree to crumble, its foundation must be fractured. Like through flooding and stuff? The 5 sigils of Alcahest represent the 5 dragons, each of which must be damaged to topple our world's balance. Only then can our cosmos reshape itself. Okay. The scroll spoke of experiments for creating a sigil. Unsuccessful experiments. That's reassuring. Not quite. They were only unsuccessful back then. Next to minutes of old, I found others, written on cleaner, newer parchment with unfaded ink. Much of it was incomprehensible, written in languages I've never seen before. But various sketches of whales caught my eye, as did altered frostbite scrolls. That sounds unsettlingly familiar. I feared that Starfall broke a sigil. Peppering holes into Cassiopeia's wings, it's destabilized her flight. If she's damaged any further, time could be sent to disarray. Meanwhile, the tsunami, like I heard, didn't just plague the archives. The waves broke down the barriers between the primordial sea and the Twilight Chasm in ways never seen before. So that's 2 broken sigils. That's not good. What an incredible understatement. To witness one such sigil fracture would be anxiety-inducing enough. Knowing it's happened to 2 will keep me up for many nights. It's not 2, it's 3. 3? Alongside the notes, I found an old map with fresh markings. All the names are outdated, but the intention was clear, marked with 5 interplane portals. 30 years ago, their sudden appearance tore fissures into Gaia. I believe they were the first sigil. Hey, can I check that letter of mine again? "30 years, huh? 30 years. Bad, right? Very. Who could have done this? I don't know, and why of things. If the Aether tree collapsed or even shifted from its perfect balance, the destruction would end us all. Who would want that? No one thinking rationally, that's for sure. They might have a good reason for it. Maybe we can talk them out of it? I doubt it. Me too. Whoever it may be that's causing this, they only have 2 sigils left. You'd be quite bad, right? Don't they say that waking the Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse? They do. I feel like there's too many ways to start the apocalypse. Maybe they're all connected, and waking you will break the last sigil. Although, I like think breaking all the sigils is indeed impossible. Because it's impossible to reach to it in the spirit realm, correct? It's not exactly impossible. One can beat the spirit dragon by the astral sea at the dawn of a dying moon. That's in 5 days, right? 35th of Cassiopeia. Welcoming the first light at the dying moon. Yes, but worry not. To reach such a specific location in the astral realm, very specific rituals are necessary. Gaia's portal to Cassiopeia is indispensable. The portal is located in, so it's protected by the aperture, the stronghold of the Order of Starlight. The ritual must perform with outstanding accuracy to withstand the treacherous astral currents. Only the highest ranking members of the Order are privy to this knowledge, and I guarantee you all of us would rather die than aid in the destruction of this world. If the rest of them are half as stubborn as you are, I think we're well protected. Exactly. That's good then. The rest is worse. What's bad is we don't know who's behind it. Or why, by the dragons in the endless horizon, anyone would desire something so vile. I can already sense your next quest. But can I offer you a drink first? Your throat must be dry from all the exposition. I know mine is, but my tea is too hot still. I wouldn't say no to a drink. Perhaps something to keep my mind intact, defend from lunacy. I feel like I'm going mad. Say no more. Still hear Clay chittering away. Don't worry, I got you. Let's get you a first snow. That cozy hot chocolate feeling, I think, is just what you need right now. Are we gonna tell anyone about the letter, or are we just keeping that between us? Is my question. I can't remember if that's what you need for us to know, but we'll find out. One way or another. Is that right? No. What am I missing? Do you go one more? No. Oh. Silly me. Ta-da! Good boy. Oh, I'm scared. I'm a little scared. It's fine. Effie, important question to see if you see Fable on the way back. A delicious defense against the absurdity of evil plots. Thank you. This makes me feel a little less conspiratorial. I need a breather. You know what else will make for a great breather? Fable's barbecue. Exactly. You're right. That would be quite pleasant right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the barbecue's happening today. Fable hasn't returned from their quest yet. Oh. What quest are they on? Finding Melina. But we just saw Melly on the way here. Perhaps they found another quest without. Heroism can be infectious like that. Innkeep, what kind of drink did you mix them? None. Maybe we should go look for them? Please. Maybe so. Please do. No one has seen them in days. And the last things I said to them, I'd hate for those words to stay the last. Please help me find them. Of course, I'm sure if I could say anyone's without us, but some extra hands couldn't hurt. You have to deliver your apologies yourself. I'll slay that beast when it comes to it. Very well. First, we must solve our urgent schedule problem. I feel like I'm missing one piece. Oh no. If I send them to go and get... does that mean that perhaps we might have an issue of... Kyle! If I send them, does that mean they're not going to be here when I need them? Piece... Oh, what was your voice, Kyle? It's been a while. A piece of what? Cake? I'd like to order my usual cake, innkeeper. I don't serve cake, never have. Oh, maybe you should. Another delicious delicacy would be also still no blood. Oh, so I'm feeling equal so if I felt out the vampire glitter competition of 1389. Oh, I'd run out of glitter. I could serve you one of my usual drinks to alleviate some of that heartache. That would be splendid. I'd like something to enhance my mortal strength. No shopping bag to hold me back today. I'll see what I can do. Oh, at least we have some people going after Fable. And I'm also glad we found Kyle, because it's been a while. Also, I kind of want to see what happens if you give Kyle coffee. I'm noticing a theme here with me just trying to give him coffee. I'm curious. I'm glad we've got some more information. If you wish to pause and read them, feel free. I don't think any of these need commenting on. Also, I love how he's signed his got little stuff on it. That's adorable. They're so cute. I wonder if they all post this. I guess they must, right? I love Melly. I couldn't be more proud. That is true. Oh, Melly. I'm so glad you're okay, but where is my Fable? I've already forgotten what went in the coffee. Did that? And then just like a ton of strength? Ta-da! Let's hope that helps. I'm just super worried. At some point, I've got to screw this up. There's no way I can go through the whole playthrough without giving anyone the wrong thing, right? Here, with all the strength for raging fire. Thank you, dear innkeeper. My blood is boiling with euphoria. Any particular reason for your shopping trip? A very particular one, dear innkeeper. It's a matter of life and death. I must head out to purchase this wondrous sustenance known as comfort food immediately. Do you know what comfort food is? I haven't the slightest idea. But it is rumored to restore you most back to full health. I'm very ill. Perish should you not receive it. That sounds serious. Has she fallen ill? I feel the case of something called being in the zone. I assume it's highly dangerous. She's refused to move away from her drawing board for over a year now. She even threw me out the room upstairs when I offered her a blood pellet snack. How will her body handle another year without food? I have some good news for you. Rhea hasn't been sketching for a year. You guys checked in yesterday. Oh, how fortunate. As for your legendary item, you should ask her about it. Generally, everyone has a different idea of what they consider comfort food. How wondrous. Though something tells me you should give her some time before you go back upstairs to ask. Why? Call it intuition. I don't think intuition's a very good name, Innkeeper. One time we found a better one? Of course, I'll think of one for the next 80 years are up. Thank you. I shall remain here for a while. Once I've acquired the correct comfort food, I will make sure my friend eats every last bite. Like a vampiric Mara hen to a vampiric chick. I don't know there are vampiric chickens. There aren't. You know that for certain? Yes. I could have sworn the ones in my family's estate had fangs. Chickens can't develop teeth. Here I thought we were comrades in blood hunger. Chickens are very fascinating on their own still. You know they have very colourful dreams? Oh, that's nice. I once helped a wild hen with a dream journal. I'll introduce you to sometime. My favourite thing about chickens is that they purr when they're happy. What charming creatures. The more I learned about their remind me of vampires. So simple, sweet, and ferocious, yet their origin harbors one of the greatest mysteries of life. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg. I'm going to say that to make Clay happy. I don't know what I think personally. Not going to weigh in? I am intellectually withdrawing myself from this conversation. But unlike this unsolved mystery, I do know how vampires are created. I feel like my idea for both of them, voice-wise, is just like posh. So now they're both here, I can't remember how their voices sound. Do you mind elaborating? Aren't you intellectually withdrawing? As a cleric of Cassiopeia, humility is a lifelong objective I strive towards. As such, I must admit when I need to concede words spoken in haste, which would be now, I suppose. Please, Kyle, if you wouldn't mind explaining what you just said. Certainly. Must have been over 5 centuries ago when a scholar stole some of the immortal blooded dragons. The scholar offered it to Queen Annabeth, who would become the vampire's monarch. I've never heard of Queen Annabeth. I think that's just part of a really challenging board game, Kyle. Oh, you're right. So then Mike was real after all? Mike? Yes, it's all coming back to me now. The first vampire that was expelled was the infamous Mikhail. Most would call him Mike. He had a very close connection to the spirit dragon in his domain. Eventually Mike struck a deal with Tuet. In exchange for guarding the dragon's realm, he'd get to live forever. That didn't work out, I guess. Well, Mike didn't read the fine print. The spirit dragon turned out to be a trickster. Tuet turned him into a new form of undead creature, invulnerable to age and disease, but still weak to the blade. Blood was the only thing his stomach could consume, and with time even the sunlight became intolerable. Mike was no longer welcome in the living, but the dead didn't want him either. And that's how the first vampire was created. Fascinating. There's so little known about the spirit dragon in his realm. Kyle, just how do you possess knowledge that's considered ancient by today's standards? What knowledge? The knowledge you just told us about? Oh, I stumbled upon a grimoire I bought the other day at the local bookstore. Nope, that was the vampire romance book Lynn recommended to you. Try again. But of course! To Evelyn was such a history fanatic, how could I not pick up on a few stories? That was one of her favourites. I still dream of her deathly beautiful countenance as she narrated tales until the intruder stopped screaming. She always told the story of our, progenitor? Mike, so softly. She cradled Violet's blood in a tomb. Oh, we know where his blood is, because remember, when our good not Galate boy stole this, he said he saw the vial. Secret she had just with me, she'd say. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to break the last oath between us as well. I'm sure we can help you keep the secret, is it right? It's a group between new friends. If secrecy is how we can repay you for sharing this with us, then so be it. Since you seem to have been very close to her, I want to let you know. We traveled past Morrow Castle on our way back. It looks awfully damaged. It doesn't look so fresh if we'd only passed by earlier. Claven spotted a heavily armed silhouette a short distance away from what remained of the castle walls. We heard over as quickly as possible, but the shadow was gone by the time we got there. As it was, only rubble remained. Was my dear Evelyn unharmed? We don't know. The castle looked abandoned, like a ruin. My Evelyn, what horrible fiend could have inflicted such damage? She must have fought back fiercely. May her opponent suffer twice the damage they inflicted upon her. What I wouldn't give to know her safe. I think I need to go ask Ray about her comfort food. give him some time to come to terms with what he just learned. Oh, no. I'm also psyched to go to Lynn! I got the achievement unionized. That's interesting. Greetings, brave adventurers. Great morrow, innkeeper. There seem to be a few more bones than usual of you, Scully. You observe correctly, my friend. They are wonderful party gifts, aren't they? Sure are. Care to bring me up to speed, Lynn? Nah, you also might be left hanging for a few more minutes. You're bullying me. You're bullying your innkeeper, Lynn. Patience, young innkeep. Scully's winked over his joy since we left the Pale Woods. I will try to compose myself. The tale observes the cracking of every last one of my rhetorical knuckles. Let us recount our tale properly, Dame Carolyn. Hang on. I think we go for one of your drinks first. That could be arranged. Let me keep my strength up. I didn't get to flex my muscles much during our quest. A good one may ignite your story. No pressure, Lynn. Okay, let us... I think it's a classic, but I do like a 7 bowler for Lynn. I feel like it's fitting. Also, I just like the idea of her drinking out of it. Like, I don't know. I think that's fun. So, 7 bowler it is. I miss making swift strikes for Fable. Please return to me. I love you. I miss you. Come back. There we go. A great drink for a great story. Aren't you lucky? I like to think luck has nothing to do with it. Perhaps not. I am so sorry it's so noisy today. I don't know what's going on with that. I might have something else to cheer you up. Oh? Melly's back. Oh! Relieved. Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she alright? Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me there as a gift to you. Who? You know them. Right, got it. Only one person befits such an uninspired name. What? They better apologize to Melly or else. You have to find out details for yourself. Just don't keep waiting too long. Don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back then? No. Sure are taking their time. Feel like looking for them yet? No, they're capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin. You had someone to begin with? You're pretty chatty for someone in the greatsword distance. Right. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully? Enough like that, my friend. How can a skeleton say no? Perhaps something to enhance my aura. I'd like to do the proclamation of his tale proper justice. Justice aura? What's a justice aura? Oh, just like charisma. Got it. I mean, Thousand Wind? Maybe? I feel like we've made a lot of Sunny Breezes recently. So, let's go for 1,000 Winds. I'm actually gonna pour a little bit of this out. Oop. Or I guess the whole thing out. That works too. Both are options. And ta-da! I feel like I'm getting good at this. Thank you, Andu. I wish I could pet Mosty at the sign, but I understand why not. I forget to do it beforehand, and then I have to wait. I just want to pet him because he's so cute. Please enjoy. Oh my. I say man is making the man, but this drink alone is invigorating me plenty. I can almost feel the warmth flash in my bones again. Pleasure to be of service? Our quest was confusing. Inspiring. My favorite flavor of quest. Not enough fun in my opinion. Felt like my muscles wasting away on the way back here. Most important must of all, receive a superb workout. The brain. Metaphorically for me, of course. I'm wondering about that, actually. No. We're not even going to get started on that topic. I do have to agree, my friend. Let's not get distracted. Though, I would be delighted to share my theories with you, Innkeeper. Let me know when you have an hour to spare. Now, back to the task at hand. Start by making our way westwards, though our progress was slow. Any complications? Yes, quite a few. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the plight of sown farmers. The less than ideal weather conditions, the flood that ruined a lot of crops, and now the pesky undead problem? Whoop. I was stricken by empathy for their struggle. At least we could have done was offer up our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north. So we switched carriages. 3 times. By the 3rd time we got so far, of course, took us a whole day just to get back on track. On foot. Once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon dating Carolyn's cousin, Lady Donica. That was nice, I guess. The cousin with the undead snail problem, yes? Managed to liven up that garden for her? Sure did. She had set up some carriage leading somewhere we wouldn't damage any crops, and with one magnificent strike. Truly a sight to behold. Just some undead snails, no need to have gotten so excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served some positively delightful cups of tea. This is a reminder for me to take a tea break. If you haven't had a drink in a while, please hydrate. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches, there was some new facts I learned I gleaned from observing the snails. Even lacking souls, they still display some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck by empathy for their plight. To unconsciously seek out a manner of instinctual action. I thought his hat was glitching out there, it was just the jackdaw. Despite the lack of anything to grant the conscious objective. There's more transparent yearning for purpose than that. My apologies, because what the said about old age too. You can't help but philosophize. And you couldn't help but relate. In a way, one can't help but wonder whether any choice makes true my own or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. And yet your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Truly, innkeeper, you have a way with words. Just lots of experience. Though that may be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I count myself as quite fortuitous, despite all my memory lacks. I can delight in learning it again. Despite it, does it really matter where such note comes from? Anyhow, my apologies. Dame Carolyn, I completely derailed her epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. Be a departure of that lovely cup of tea and finally heading for the Pale Woods. Lady Donica provided us with a cart, a trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament. Her name's Lisa-Lot? I made sure to greet the gentleman that passed on our way to the woods. What a magnificent shadow armor he's wearing. Something about it felt oddly familiar. Perhaps only my hope he would look just as gallant after our quest. Lisa-Lot valiantly took us to the edge of the forest with maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. I wonder if that's the guy headed for the castle. I would have to check the map, because my memory's not that great. It means it stunk real bad. We left Lisa-Lot there. Sparing of his seemed like the right thing to do. And forth we ventured. Didn't take a long time to find what we were looking for. The place was crawling with him. She also explains for some reason the miasma didn't seem to bother me much. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. Of course. Anyways, there was a veritable horde upon us, an army of undead creatures shambling the way through the forest. One gnawed tree at a time. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. I was just staring at them. But remembering the plan, I stepped back with a hand on my greatsword. Crucial part of successful negotiations, you don't go into it blind, and so we observed. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to the snails. They weren't just stumbling around senselessly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. A representative! That simplified things considerably. My first course of action was clear. I let Dame Carolyn know my intentions. Seemed reasonable enough. When I circled the group to get to the leader at the front, she remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket. I worked up the leader, another skeleton, making sure to save himself an open and respectful disposition. So was I not open and respectful in return? Nope. If I could even react, the skeleton bitten down Sky's arm. Agony is what I would have said if I hadn't been protected by my frost armor and your excellent drink mixing skills. Always glad to hear my drinks are protecting my clients on their quests. My friend, your drinks are astonishingly potent. Maybe too potent. As soon as the undead creature bit down, the teeth shattered on impact. The leader recoiled immediately. All the others around us, surrounding us froze. The leader fell to the ground, cradling their face with their hands. Curiously, when they regained composure, their expression was filled with joy. Still no idea how you can read an expression on a skull. They were actually quite expressive for a skeleton. They mostly express themselves through rhymes. That sounds like some very usual. By this time, I'm almost willing to believe you. Excuse me, but what exactly are vibes, my friends? Have fun explaining that one. I guess I can think of some kind of aura that someone gives off. Fascinating. It sounds quite powerful. Could one harvest them like magic? Let's get back to the story. Tea shedding was quite worrying. Maybe re-examine the bite marks on the trees around us. Peculiarly, the bite marks here were quite a bit more shallow than we'd seen in other parts of the forest. Which means all those undead creatures have severe dental issues. The leader was so happy because the frost alarmist's chill was done their pain. The other teeth were also in truly poor condition. Look at their behavior. They seemed to be causing them severe pain. Coupled with the hunger for trees, it became a never-ending cycle of suffering. Should have never gotten so bad. I asked them why they hadn't put the issue to the necromancer. It's clearly starting to impact the fulfillment of their objective. That got him really heated. I tried to rip Scully apart again. But Dame Kellen skillfully resolved the situation with a bit of intimidation. It turns out they didn't even have dental. Carolyn? I'm with Scully on this one. They had no benefits. Nothing. They were just expected to be quiet and follow orders. That doesn't sound right to me. It's a scam, that's what it is. No sick leave, no compensation, no PTO. They didn't want to hear it. We're doing what we love. We don't need any fancy benefits. But you should have seen the state they're in. They couldn't even take a proper jump out of a tree's outer bark anymore. What would happen when the teeth deteriorated even further? The necromancer replaced them with a never-ending creature in a heartbeat. That was when Scully really got to him, I think. The words were just pouring out my mouth, and I was so elated they were the right ones. The light effect off the frost armor really dazzled him, too. Any skeleton worth the calcium should be able to acquire such armor. They needn't be bound by such a neglectful necromancer. My apologies. It appears I somewhat lost my composure just now. You might soon be contacted to host the first UFU gathering, Gamekeeper. Union for the Undead. UFU 1755. Never forget your roots. They're welcome to visit any time. I think they really want to improve their situation. Most respectably, they promise to leave the Pale Woods alone as well. One of UFU's goals is to find a more sustainable way to deal with their obsession eventually. They're heading for their necromancer now. There are a bunch of demands to settle. Chris us with a great deal of pockets before we left. We got the Hallex that broke off of one of them when they attacked Dame Carolyn. The lead gave me teeth we couldn't put back into their skull. Oh, and disabled. I'm overjoyed we managed to resolve our quest in a peaceful manner. Can't deny your resolution was pretty effective. Good to know you're both happy with how it ended. Those are the outcomes I most enjoy hearing about from my patrons. Oh, we did get you something as well, Innkeeper. Right. Here. Trees look really chewed on and dead. The berries seem like they were thriving. Ooh, woo. They're the ones Elfie was going on about. Not like they're to appreciate them now, so I guess you can have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they're back. Sounds fair. Also, while I was plucking the berries, the spirits of a tree gave us a little keepsake. Ooh, ghostberry. This is glad we stopped Elvenoran. I want it. I want to see this also. Nope, not quite. Kyle. Even though he's able to use copies on the strategy to collect and someone dug him up. Yeah. Just a quick skim through. Oh, I was looking for. Oh, they're so cute. They got little faces. Ghostberries are nearly translucent and go deep within the moon's haunt for a few months every year. Safe to eat, but rather hard to taste. Sadly, I don't have any more storage space left in my hat. So I wanted you to have it as well. Now we can always indulge in sweet memories whenever we visit. I think I know just the place for it. Thank you very much. Scully, have you ever thought about becoming an advocate for this kind of stuff? Not if I could use your stand-in, but you seem to really care about this. Oh no, I'm but a mere heap of bones here to learn all I can. But it is a gentleman's way to speak out when evil is committed in front of you. So I don't suppose I'll stop doing that anytime soon. Sounds good to me. I still wonder what all those undead creatures were doing there. No idea, we didn't ask. Hunger? Seemed to be heading north before we talked to them. Maybe they're searching for more trees? The Pelwoods is one of the largest forests in Fasoa. There's any reason to leave the area before it's barren. Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come with a necromancer attached? You don't suppose that gentleman we camped outside the woods could be that very necromancer? I don't think farmers wear armor like you described. Oh, if I'd known what a dastardly negligent necromancer they were, I would have never offered that greeting. Just realized where they could have been headed. Sure, there aren't many woods around here compared to the Pale Woods, but that giant root in the capital must look pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads. There might be tons more headed there even now. Indeed. Oh no. Just to clarify, you believe hordes of undead creatures are marching towards the capital? Well, towards the roots would be my guess. I see. They're heading towards Themis, north of divine roots, as if to fell the Aver tree. Precisely. Not that such an action alone could destroy the whole thing, but it could certainly do some damage. Enough for another sigil? What in the... are you talking about? As I just stated, someone's trying to destroy the Aether tree. Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the interplanar portals, it's all part of a big plot. Was that not clear? No. Oh my, that's awful. And insane if true. Is it working? Unfortunately so. Or do you see stars in the night sky? I mean, there's one. There used to be more. We don't know who's behind it yet either. Well, Carolyn, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside the woods, you thought you might be a necromancer? You certainly pulled the armored one. Do you seem like you wanted to kill everyone? Not particularly, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures. Indeed they do. So, Scully, you resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it? Well, I admit, at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled about trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather the memories of my body, which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Let me try to focus my thoughts. I believe I awakened in the archives, in the Everbloom. The Everbloom? Did you encounter any bleak stalkers? Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry for my bones. Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old intellect wombats. Do those beasts still prime for Soa? Still roam for Soa? No, what intellect wombats? Priorities dear. Scully, who woke you up? Gentleman of fine age. I believe he was there to do research. Hey, remember those notes we found in the archives? I remember candles held over notes, scribbled on paper, ink stains on fingertips. You must have found me near my friend's study. I remember looking for her when, after I woke, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped. Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe. Did the guy from the woods remind you of the one in the archives? Now that you mention it, I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first opened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course, I no longer have eyelids. A necromancer is behind all of this. Is he trying to break the sigils just to get to Tuat, the spirit dragon in the realm of death? Sigils? Are you perchance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them a wild figment of her imagination. Seems like they're not, unfortunately. Do necromancers usually want to destroy Tuat? No, but they defy his laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls of spirit dragon guards. He plans to destroy death once and for all of his perversions. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Long as it's been 7 stayed away by the cold flames of death, huh? But, my dears, destroy two at once one must find him first. That in itself would be quite an impossible task, no? Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him. Can you kill death? I don't know, but merely attempting it sounds disastrous. Miss Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane a necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. What about you as weapon? Only weapons made by dragons can harm them. We all know this. You mean like yours great axe? A weapon forged by the dragons, for the dragons, by whatever, meant only for their claws. The axe, it could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upworld, if not through Tuat himself. Stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil. Alright, you'll lost me again. I talked about this already. Keep up. I'll explain later. It might count as a sigil if it awakens you or damages their plane. You should not be awakened under any circumstances, nor should their legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning. I'm right there with you. This seems like too insane of a plot, even for some big bad evil guy. They always seem to be reaching for new heights and dastardly schemes. We're correct, this one meant to steal yours weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. Dragons be with us. What about the undead creatures marching towards the capital? They must be a distraction, a way to keep anyone who'd interfere off his back. Quite the dangerous distraction, if you ask me. Those poor husks shouldn't be snacking away at those roots either way, should they? No. And those sigils of alcohol zest you keep talking about could do what? Destroy the tree? The spirit realm rests above all others in the canopy of our world. If what we believe to be this monster's plan succeeds, it will collapse down onto the rest of the Aether Tree. Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention, Tuat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why dying would be a bad thing. Once again, can he die? Wouldn't risk it. Though I believe this plot of his has to be limited somewhat. No? Perhaps the transitional period between the astral moon and the dying moon? Only then would the veil between Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for the ritual to such magnitude to succeed. Oh. Wait, what you mean is this can only happen the night between the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So it can only work in 4 days, or next year? Precisely. I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules. It is common courtesy. Clay, I've been wondering, that man we saw on our way back, near Marrow Castle? Yeah? Do you think he might have been the same guy? I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as is the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, that blood of the first vampire Carl spoke of. Part of the ritual to safely traverse the astral sea involves having an associated anchor for your destination. To find Tuat, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him? Yes. Maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated. All this sort of context give me a headache. And keep God never drink spare all this mess. Something powerful enough to get me through this. Anything for you, Lynn. Ah! This is not great. Things are not going great here. Oh dear. Okay. There's a lot to process here. Have a coffee. Have a coffee. I think you need it, Lynn. I don't know. I just feel like it would be... Again, I think... As someone that does not drink coffee, I find the idea of giving all these people coffee abuses me. I don't know why. I just think it'd be interesting. However, I do keep forgetting what I need to do for it. Can I use you for it? No. How do I keep forgetting the recipe? I've made this multiple times. How do I do that? I don't think I've done this before, but also I just haven't used this in a while, so I want to see if I can do it. I think is the thing. A little bit, Andu. I may have gotten overzealous. Ta-da! One cursed coffee, made differently. Just for you. Also, it's kind of fun how we got like 2 icy-ish drinks and then 2 coffees. I put all the strength I have into this drink. Enjoy. I think you just put parts of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot. Anytime. So, this madman, if he can't get the axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right? Correct. Great. Let's stop him getting the axe then. Great idea. I know. Now, how do we do that? Well, first the necromancer needs to find it. For that, he'd have to get to yours realm. Thanks to the portals, that's entirely within the realm of possibility. We'll simply have to journey through one of the portals to the Twilight Chasm. And then into the endless caves through the Nightmare Realm. Nothing easier than that. Didn't Melly see some weird new bone-way markers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the Moon Swamps? Could they be there to remind someone, say a necromancer, of the way to the portal? They could. Good. The moon portals are much easier to reach than Boreas. Should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and most certainly before he gets the axe. Great. Let's go beat his ass. Hold on. What if you don't succeed? I have faith in you, but... He sounds powerful. How about a backup plan? Hate to say it, but you're not wrong. Thanks for looking out for us. We don't manage to stop him from getting the weapon we stand in hope for a chance to fight against him. Even your divine strikes would be no match, Miss Alma. That is true. We need an incredible, powerful weapon to match his. Rhea! Not sure if it's enough, but I do have a sword I got from my baba. Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship infused with minor divine powers. Incredible. But I'm afraid even this cannot rival the great axe in any capacity. What if it was mixed with dragonfire? What? Happen to have such a thing on hand, young lad? No, but I know I can find some. The ever-burning flame in the Highlands is dragonfire. The one you want to see, Tia. I think now might be a good time for that. You're right. Dragonfire and much of Kellen's blessed sword. It would be as powerful for the axe, but it might give us a fighting chance. If we had a master craftsman's forger, that is. Rhea! Rhea, she's a blacksmith. You're right, there's no one better for the job. I'm sure she'd love to forge such a weapon, and I'm sure I can convince her of the importance then. Got that right. Leave the blacksmith recruiting to me.
Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Frostgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having you here on our side makes us even more confident we can stop his necromancer's plans. That's a mouthful. I have the utmost faith in us, and I know the aperture in its astral portal are well protected even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know I'm strong enough to best this battle, and that Clay is as well. And there was 2? Yes, the other's 2. I'll be honest, I'm not sure the 4 of you will be enough. Don't worry, there's lots of people who ask for help. Like you. Like me. Ask away. I knew we could count on you. You collect everything we talk about, right? I try my best. Could you write us up 2 quests for all this? I think we should split our resources so we get the backup plan going at the same time. Good idea, young man. Plus, I'll give us an excuse to have your drinks to help us. Not meaning an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. I'll see what I can do. I should have something written up first thing in the morning. I trust in you as you trust in us. Deeply? Yes. Deeply with the knowledge that together we are stronger. We'll see you in the morning then. Kaelin, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work for us. You got that right. Let's go. Bye, friends. I cannot miss out on more possible details. I'll see you in the morning and keep. Thank you for your help. Save the world, alright? Let's, Clay. Good luck. People? Oh, dear. Well... Are we sending the undead? I feel like I need to take a look. I don't want to send the wrong quest. There's like 3 quests here. No? Are you a different quest? Axe. That's a quest. The Twilight Chase. And... I guess the Dragonfire one? Oh, I didn't read it. Can I write all 3? I don't know. Proves it. Only weapon born in Dragonfire could ever even hold up against the legendary Great Out Sphere. Luckily, a temple in the Highlands houses the ever-burning flame, an ancient gift from the dragons, come in handy right about now. What better sword to reshape this flame than another gift from the Realm Keepers, an heirloom passed on to Kaelin with heroin scorched into its very essence. Can I do all 3? Oh, I can. Never mind. I don't know why I worried. I guess it's just because I haven't done 3 before. Horde of undeads approaching the capital. An insatiable hunger for the local flora leads them to the exposed roots of the Aether Tree, and therefore the capital of Themis, since it lies nestled in the safety of the roots, is a mere distraction so the necromancer can fulfill his true plan. But the undead still must be stopped for their hunger for flesh once more. I can say words. Snack time for Andu. Drink time for me. We'll continue on soon enough, chat. Chat. Stargazers. I'll get better at this in practice, hopefully. See you soon enough.